Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 2, week 7, ending May 31st, 2019. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm just sharing my stock journey. Watch me on my journey, learn from my mistakes, and celebrate my successes. The S&P 500 index has fallen below its 200-day moving average. This is not good, and it has had some high volume days there also. The three blue lines are areas of resistance that I had identified in the past, and I had been waiting earlier this year, back in March, for the stock market to go above that solid blue line, and it did. And then I set those other two areas of resistance where I wanted to see it go above, and now it's dropped below all of those, and it's not a very good time to be buying stocks or holding stocks. The volatility index is also up around 18, and I like it to be where that below that yellow line, below 16. On this one, the lower the better. I have been trying my hand at purchasing IPO stocks, so I did make one new buy this week in Beyond Meat, and then I made a buy 2 and a buy 3 in Turning Point Therapies, which is also an IPO stock, and Tradeweb Markets I made a buy 3 in, and Enphase Energy I made a buy 2 in. I did get kicked out of that Enphase Energy. That stock I took a loss on of $416, and my Turning Point Therapeutics also tanked. Last week, Turning Point Therapeutics was looking so nice, and then this week it tanked. You can see where I made my 3 buys, those Bs, and then that sell day, the market just dropped below my 8% loss mark, and it closed above that, but I had sold by then. So I did take an 8.5% loss on my B1, B2, and B3. Here's my current holding bar chart. I ranked this in order of weakest to strongest, and I had a really hard time doing that this week. I thought that my 1 through 5s are all not behaving well. They're up and down or just going sideways, and the only stocks that I thought were doing well was my new purchase, number 7, Beyond Meat, and my TW. Ollie's Bargain Outlet. This is a stock that I think is performing the weakest. It does have a 10% gain in 8 weeks, which is great, but the stock is very close to my floor, and it is below that 8 and 13-day simple moving average, the pink and the green, which means it's losing its momentum. So I did leave the floor where it was. I didn't raise it up, and we also have earnings this week on this stock. ATR. This stock is just going sideways, and it did get very close to my floor. I want to watch the stock and make sure that it doesn't gap down below my floor. Sometimes I have a very tight sell range, and so sometimes the stock, if it goes down too fast, it misses its window of selling. I kept the floor at the same point as last week, and I do have a 5.5% gain in almost 9 weeks. CyberArk, I've held this stock just about 12 weeks, and it's up over 18%. That's a great gain. I did raise my floor up to the 50-day simple moving average on this stock. Coupa Software, I do have 3 buys in this stock. 2 of them I've held for 5 weeks. One is up 7%, one is up almost 5%, and then the last one I've held for 2 weeks, and it's down 1%. And I raised my floor on this to the 28-day exponential moving average. Enphase Energy, I made a B2 this week, a buy 2. I bought and then it sold. So I did lose about 7% on that, and since it was just a $6,000 buy, I lost $416. I still have my B1 in this, and that one I've held for just over 2 weeks, and it's up almost 3%. Tradeweb Markets, this is one of the IPO stocks. You can see my 3 buys. Buy one and buy two are up 7%, and I've held those for 3 weeks. And buy three, I've held just about 1 week and it's up 1%. And I did raise my floor to that 28-day exponential moving average. Beyond Meat, this stock is screaming. That B is showing you where I bought it and that solid green line. I did leave my floor at 8%. I had purchased the stock last week and I got kicked out on the same day that I purchased it. IPO stocks can have big price swings. I've held the stock just 3 days and it's up almost 13%. Each week I sort my dollar value gain with the lowest value on the top and the largest value on the bottom. So Enphase, I have a gain of $278, down slightly from last week where I had 407 gain in Enphase. Each little box represents a week. Beyond Meat has my second largest gain of all the stocks I own, and I've only held that stock for 1 week. So that stock is like I said, screaming. I also sort the percentage gain for the week with the losers on the top and the winners on the bottom. And you can see Coupa, Ollie, CyberArk, and Enphase are all struggled this week, and ATR has been going sideways for 4 weeks, but it still hasn't triggered my sell rule. Benchmark shows I'm down from last week, but I still have a gain of 21% in the 1 year and 7 weeks I've been doing this versus the S&P 500, which has a 3.6% gain. At the end of week 7, I have 24,491 in my cash balance, and I can make buy twos, I can make buy threes, I can purchase a new stock, or I can save the money and wait for better buying time. Industry breakdown shows I got rid of a medical and I added that food and beverage, the Beyond Meat. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.